Salut tout le monde! Voilà, on vient de se rejoindre sur Pillars of the Heart. On avait fait le prologue ensemble et mon Dieu que j'ai eu de la misère, je crois, pour un, un aussi petit chapitre. J'ai eu de la misère à mettre au monde mon enfant. Puis, ben, ma femme y est. C'est bizarre de dire ça de même, là, mais c'est ça. Sa femme est restée. Elle est décédée par la naissance de son enfant. Je sais pas si c'est à cause que j'ai eu de la misère ou c'était vraiment supposé se passer comme ça. Donc, ben regarde, pourquoi on va continuer. On va continuer sur le chapitre 2 ou le chapitre 1 plus, puisque ça c'était le prologue. Alors, allons-y sans hésiter. Livre 1. Dans les cendres. Chapitre 1. Philippe. Philippe.
The year of our Lord 1135 had come to an end. King Henry of England, son of William the Conqueror, had died. It was a time of poverty and death. In their despair, some had come to believe Christ and all his saints had gone to sleep, and that the pillars of the earth themselves had begun to crumble.
Kingsbridge. Caresser le poney.
Brother Paul, hello.
You just crossed the bridge, right? That'll be a farthing for you and a penny for your horse.
La recommande fermement. Informé de son erreur.
Monks and villagers don't have to pay a toll.
Ah, sorry, I'm not good at this. I told Brother Paul. It's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry.
Oh, je vais donner le fromage.
It is not much, but I can share this with you.
Parfait.
I hope now it will be easier for you to fulfill your duties.
Oh, I'm sure it will.
Will you take care of my horse, brother? I have come to see Prior James.
Prior James? That's him the bells are tolling for. Leave the horse here. I'll get it down to the priory later. Fish should go nicely with that cheese.
What? Why are they ringing the bells?
Don't you know? The devil has come to Kingsbridge.
The devil has come to Kingsbridge?
Bible de Philippe. Vous pouvez utiliser la Bible de Philippe sur les objets pour savoir que disent les Saintes Écritures à ce sujet. Ou l'utiliser sur les personnages pour discuter de questions de foi. Ok, right. Good. Donc ici la rivière. Ou dans la glace. La hutte. Je sais qu'il va falloir aller au monastère ensuite. Chemin vers le moulin. Ok, fine. Allons vers le moulin. On va se rapprocher du monastère comme ça. Oh yeah! La mangeoire. C'est bien important. Chemin vers le cloître, le village.
Hello? I'm sure there was someone moving behind a window, but most houses are empty.
Ok, pas grand monde, hein? Quasiment peur, ça. Le cheval, tour effondrée.
Why did they lock it? Maybe the side entrance is open.
La cathédrale est ouverte. Donc, la porte du cloître, c'est là qu'on va aller.
When he opened the sixth seal, I looked and thou shalt not be afraid of the terror by night, nor of the pestilence that walketh in darkness, the pestilence that rode in on the lightning that struck our cathedral 4 years ago. Did you not all feel its presence here ever since? James did, and I did as well. But the Lord says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. Our beloved Prior James has served the Lord all his life. He shall be delivered from the darkness, from this dark earth.
Prior James?
Philip.
Francis?
For many years, James has been our prior. After the upcoming election, I vow to lead Kingsbridge Priory with the same steady hand. Amen.
Je suis sûr que Remigius, il y a quelque chose, là. Il a pas l'air. Il a pas l'air à jouer franc jeu, ce gars-là. I don't know.
Philip, we told your brother you'd come to Kingsbridge New Year's Day.
I did not expect to see you here.
I was on my way back to Gloucester and wanted to see you.
A priest working in the world of politics. You must tell us about it, Francis.
Of course.
And his brother a prior of what now? 2 years?
It's been 4 years, Cuthbert.
I see. How are things in St. John in the Forest, Philip?
Nous sommes heureux et en bonne santé. Mieux que. Ouais.
Our little cell is happy and healthy.
Happy and healthy. Thanks to your brother, Francis, St. John in the Forest is prospering. His novices are obedient, his monks humble and pious, while our own priory is in such a sorry state.
You know James did the best he could. It was not his fault. Also, they make a remarkable cheese in St. John's. Come by the kitchen later to see us, will you?
Good. Ok, la cuisine. On avait vu la porte de la cuisine tantôt, donc.
Brother Cuthbert
On a
seemed
passé
upset.
dehors.
Well, we all are. The way James died was disturbing.
Ouais, James a-t-il trouvé? Bon, ouais.
Disturbing? How did Prior James die?
7 days ago, Brother Remigius found James's room empty. We all looked for him for hours. Then we found his footprints by the bridge, and a hole in the ice.
Oh no.
No.
In the small hours of Christmas Day, he must have walked out on the river. We didn't even find his body. The river took him, and the cold.
I will pray for James.
Ouais, ben c'est
Seeing
pas la
that we
baisse des
have
morts.
time, Philip, I will be in the cathedral.
And I should go and see how Brother Cuthbert is doing. It's good to see you, Philip. Maybe things will get better after the chapter elects the new prior.
Hopefully. I will come by the kitchen later, Milius.
Ouais, je pense que le plus important, c'est de passer à la cuisine. Là. Pourquoi Français est-il venu et où se trouve-t-il?
So what do you think it means?
Le moine.
I don't know. There is no reason to punish us for asking.
Brother Marcus said he'd...
Sortir
What we have
d'ici.
to ask ourselves
Oh.
is, can our Saint Adolphus still protect Kingsbridge in these dark times?
He couldn't protect Prior James. Ever since that lightning struck the cathedral, he wasn't the same.
When you take over my position as sacrist, you should implore the bishop to send us a new relic. By then I'll be sub-prior. The new prior and I will support you in this.
Voter et rejeter l'idée du chrétien. Rejeter l'idée, tiens, toi.
All Kingsbridge needs is faith and hard work.
Philip of Gwynedd, I wanted to talk to you. How dare you disturb Brother Remigius' requiem?
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
afraid the choir is waiting for me.
Stay, brother. There's no reason you shouldn't hear what Philip has to say for himself.
Implore votre pardon. On va jouer
I beg
chill.
your forgiveness. I was overwhelmed when I heard Prior James passed.
You should know better. Now, I'm sure at St. John's you're a good prior, but here we adhere to the rules.
Parler d'un nouveau prieur.
You mentioned a new prior.
The election will be held in a few days, when we all convene for the chapter meeting.
Bon, regarde, check bien ça,
Let
on
us
va être la
continue
dernière
this
personne pour le
conversation
vote,
later.
puis on va devoir choisir entre deux
course.
personnes. Là.
There's a lot of planning for me to do for the upcoming election.
Bon ben, man, prépare ce que t'as préparé, dude.
I saw him
No,
crying
but-
yesterday.
He cried. One more beating by Remigius, and he'll run.
Les jeunes. That's not my problem. Ombre récente. Hein? Est-ce quelqu'un qui est mort?
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Carte du prieur, yes. Ouvrir la carte. Donc, moi je vais aller à la cuisine. Ah, ok, ils sont toutes ouvertes. Théoriquement, elles devraient pas être barrées. Hey, pour vrai, moi je pense que j'aurais pas aimé ça vivre à cette époque-là, là. Pour vrai, là. Ça a l'air horrible, là.
Philip!
Brother Milius.
Come! Warm yourself by the oven.
Is that Philip? Tell him to warm himself by the oven. Thank you, Brother Cuthbert.
Ouais, hein. Allons-y, hein.
Ah, wonderful.
I always put some extra stones on the stove to warm up water. Put one in your pocket, and you'll keep warm.
Oh. Ouch.
Careful, they're hot.
Ouch.
Ok, je dois le prendre avec d'autres choses.
Burn your fingers off.
Ah oui, j'ai une... Oui. Il y a ça, un tissu. Oup. That's it. Fallait que je donne mon fromage. Peut-être ça.
Nice and warm, and I didn't burn my hands, Milius.
I knew you could do it.
Merci.
Hard at work, as usual, Milius?
I have to serve salt fish 6 times a week now.
We hear you have fresh fish every day at your cell in the forest. Every other day, we even have poultry.
You have done wonderful work at St. John's, Philip.
Merci beaucoup.
We, on the other hand, had a weak prior for 13 years. May the Lord rest his soul. What you worked hard for at St. John's is wasted here in the mother house.
After the election, the new prior ought to put things right.
Remigius? Put things right.
Je vais prendre sa place, moi.
Who would vote for Remigius? He would be no better than Prior James.
He is the sub-prior, and he made promises to some of the brothers, like the sacrist. He's about to burn all the books and documents in the prior's room, including the priory's ledgers.
Remigius
Je savais qu'il fallait pas y faire
asked for
confiance.
everything to be burnt after his death, except for his Bible. What? Without the ledgers, the priory's finances will be beyond saving. Was no one else nominated?
Only Cuthbert.
I refuse. I'm too old.
No one else dares to follow in Prior James's footsteps. Not since he began talking to the devil.
Oh shit.
What?
One day he started talking to the devil, as if they were standing side by side. He was bargaining with the devil for his soul, whispering about his sins.
His sin?
Ok, ouais.
We'll talk more later.
Non, Cuthbert, il faut que tu prennes sa place, dude.
Brother Cuthbert. Ah, we were waiting for you. I hope you brought some of that wonderful cheese you make at St. John's. I gave it to one of your novices.
Why would you do that?
He said it's not easy doing the Lord's work when you're hungry. Really, Brother Marcus.
You are too trusting, Philip.
Bon.
You seem worried. Prior James was a kind man, but the priory is in a terrible state, Philip.
Philip knows. He was just too kind to say anything.
Yes, I know. I wanted to use my New Year's visit to talk with Prior James about these matters. We should be rich. The priory has much land and collects from many parish churches. But we are in debt. Our novices steal from us, Philip.
My God, okay.
The novices are stealing? Yes. Someone took my keys. Remigius blames me for losing them. But someone used them to steal food from the cellar more than once. Today I found something missing again.
Let us continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
Of course.
Bon ben d'accord. Ça a l'air à bien se passer ici. Porte du cloître.
Do you ever think of running?
Did. Everyone did, but I don't get beaten up.
Je sais pas pourquoi que je les évite eux autres. J'ai tellement pas envie de leur parler. Ok, ben I guess que...
Marcus is our brother too.
Allons-y. Ah ben oui, justement, on a su qu'ils volaient les réponses. On va jouer la petite carte pour en savoir plus davantage.
Want to ask me something?
You are Philip of Gwynedd?
Yes, but you can call me Brother Philip.
You see? Told you he wouldn't mind.
Yes. Now ask him.
How about you ask him?
I already asked Brother Andrew.
That doesn't count. He wouldn't answer.
If you promise to lower your voices from now on.
Oh, of course.
We promise.
Brother Milius told us you know the scripture very well. Could you tell us about God's temple?
Brother Andrew wouldn't tell us.
Must be a place. A cathedral.
That's probably what the guest master was talking about.
Each of us is God's temple in the way that he created us.
D'accord.
And what if someone does something to God's temple?
The scripture says, if anyone destroys God's temple, God will destroy him.
Even if he destroys his own temple of God?
So for Prior James there's no salvation as well?
Prior James did not commit suicide.
No one saw him that night. No one knows.
God knows. God knows what sent him running out onto the ice.
They say the devil was chasing him.
Didn't say his name.
I have seen brave men run, for many reasons. Never have I seen the devil. So we should not make room for him, neither here nor in our hearts. All right?
Yes, Brother Philip.
Thank you, Brother Philip.
Des paroles sages de Monsieur Philippe. Père Philippe, je pourrais dire. Ok. Porte d'honneur sur la cathédrale.
No. I heard it, I'm sure.
Bon.
You seem troubled, brother.
They won't sing.
Mm-hmm.
It's Adolphus. There was nothing, believe me.
I heard him crying in the crypt. I think I heard him too.
No, you are mistaken.
It sounded like a whip, like he was chastising himself. It's the end of days.
Brother Philip, please help me. Prove to them that there is nothing and no one down there.
There was something. He's right.
Le roi français savant.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
Francis, you look troubled.
You could always read me.
Like a book, little brother.
It's good to see you, Philip.
Ah, c'est son petit
King
frère.
Henry is dead.
I know. Word reached St. John's shortly before I left.
First the king, and now Prior James.
God has a plan.
I know he does, but King Henry's death caused quite a commotion in the world of politics. Dark times are coming. There will be war.
On va l'examiner, why not? Je le lirai pas au complet. Lettre de Francis concernant feu le roi Henri, l'impératrice Maud et le roi. Première partie. Ok. Demandez comment vous pouvez aider.
If only we could stop the suffering.
Maybe we can. I came not just to meet you.
Oh.
I was sent to look for a messenger of my lord, Earl Robert.
Here? In Kingsbridge?
Farmers said the messenger was heading for Kingsbridge 2 weeks ago. The knight was carrying a confidential document that might change the course of the conflict. People here trust you. Maybe the monks here know something?
We will find him.
One more thing. No one can know why we're looking for the knight.
D'accord.
There it was again.
Porte de l'escalier. Ok, I guess que je peux pas descendre. Le principal.
No talking. Now we sing.
Are you sure you heard something?
Pas descendre, c'est quoi?
Yes,
c'est moi?
I'm sure.
Ah! Crypte.
It was nothing. Calm
Locked.
down and concentrate.
Oh.
I think I heard it again.
Allez le revoir.
I fear the crypt has been locked.
Then get the key. Brother Cuthbert should have it.
There it was again. Adolphus.
Bon, ben. On
Adolphus?
sait où? Il est dans la cuisine.
It's getting cold. When will these novices learn to close the door?
Parce que c'est Philippe, bro.
Brother Cuthbert.
Philip,
Donne-moi la clé.
Has there been a night to Kingsbridge recently?
Milius, wasn't there a poor soul found dead before Christmas?
I don't know if he was a knight.
He was put to rest in the cemetery.
The cemetery. That was the right thing to do.
Ok, la clé. On l'aura
I
pas.
will leave you to your work.
I will leave you to yours.
Elle était quelque part ici, par exemple. Pour décorer. Faut demander à Milius, peut-être qu'il sait.
Milius, may I have a word with you?
What can I do for you, Brother Philip?
Did you see a knight in Kingsbridge?
You mean, aside from the nobles attending the Christmas service? No, I don't remember any knights visiting us.
Parfois.
You look like you have something important to do.
Là, j'aime pas ça, il m'a pas donné la
oui,
clé,
oui,
donc
oui.
on va devoir aller au cimetière avant. Oh, puis tantôt il y avait juste un cheval, là il y en a deux. Donc je vais aller voir à l'écurie. Peut-être qu'il y a un cavalier.
Oh.
Quoi? Ok, c'est le mien le deuxième, ouais.
Brother Arnaldus, how are you?
Huh? What?
How are you? Are you well?
Oh, Brother Philip. Yes, I am well. It's just that the dead won't stay in the ground.
Ah.
What?
The dead. It's probably those badgers always digging up the graves.
Bon, les novices.
My father gave the priory a good deal of land to keep me fed. I won't eat salted fish all day.
Me neither.
Shall we go into the cellar again tonight?
Yes, Brother Marcus. You still have old Cuthbert's keys?
Indeed I do. I hid them right in the church. Stuffed them in the large crack in the wall.
I could do some crack stuffing myself.
I bet you could.
Ok, bon ben maintenant... Un novice a dit qu'il avait caché les clés de Cuthbert dans une faille de la cathédrale. Ben fine, hein? Check ben ça, c'est titre. La salle du chapitre. Un banc, y a pas de faille.
All of us. Because... There, I heard it.
Pas des esprits.
No, I heard it, I'm sure. There was something. He's right.
Now stop it. Concentrate.
There it was again.
Là, faut trouver la clé. Il saute dans le mur.
What was that?
No talking.
The novice said he hid the keys in here.
I'm sure you heard something.
They're here. I have them.
Good job.
This brother Marcus really did steal Cuthbert's keys.
Hey, je l'aime le jeu pour vrai, là. Tu sais, faut pas oublier là, que c'est un jeu qui provient d'un livre. Donc, tu sais, ça va être du narratif tout le long, donc... ça, fallait s'en attendre, là, mais... je sais pas s'il y en a quelques-uns qui aiment le style et qui aiment... Tu sais, c'est un point and click, c'est pas le gros jeu, c'est pas le gros FPS, tu sais, que tout le monde tripe ou n'importe quoi, c'est pas un jeu d'aventure. Mais, tu sais, comment on narrate avec les personnes, comment on fait une petite avancée dans l'aventure, c'est trop bien. Ah, ok. Et voilà. Tu sais, c'est quand même assez facile d'avancer dans le jeu.
Let's see what we can find. No reason to be afraid. Nothing here. The saint rests in peace. These old cathedrals are bound to make strange sounds. Hello? No, no one. Not a thing.
Il y a une petite obscurité ici.
Even if it is Adolphus, we would have to welcome him.
Ah, j'aime donc bien ça.
Thought so. Nothing here. Nothing.
Nothing to. La dernière place, I guess.
Hello?
Oh! Oh, c'est quoi ça? Une forme. What?
What is that?
Un être étrange. Je pensais que c'était un oiseau.
What is that? It's the size of a child. Hello?
owl. The choir will be relieved to know that. I should tell them.
Mas... What? Well, yeah.
I think I heard it again.
C'est juste un hibou.
There is no need to worry, brothers. Adolphus is resting in peace. It was just an owl.
I told you it was nothing.
God bless you, Brother Philip.
I knew I heard something.
Now, be silent, concentrate, and...
Tiens, toi. Pour les escaliers, je sais pas si...
No, I'll stay down here. I'm not good with heights.
D'accord.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
I knew I could rely on you.
On va ramener les clés à Clobert. À Cobert.
Ah, Philip, it's you.
Yeah, it's me again.
Cuthbert, I believe I found your keys.
Where did you find them?
The thief hid them in the cathedral.
That is a sacrilege. Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
I will think about it.
Keep them until we know what to do, will you?
About the keys.
Will you report the thief to Remigius, Brother Philip?
Remigius.
I will
Good.
Think about keep them until we know what...
Has there been a night to Kingsbridge?
Ça, on l'avait déjà lu tantôt. Bon, c'est ça rapidement. Remigius.
I have to go.
You know it?
Piliers? Why do you keep a beautiful pot like this around?
Oh, it reminds me that we should strive for order and beauty. I started collecting some seeds and nuts because I wanted to start a new garden.
A good idea.
I never got around to collecting more, though. If you find some, let me know.
Ok, des noix, fine.
You keep everything nice and tidy around here, Piliers.
It's not easy. This morning one of my ladles broke. That's never a good sign. Everything is falling apart.
Une louche. Bon, allons chercher Rémi.
Because God created us in His image. That's why we can all pray to Him. We don't need to go to church for that.
This priory is so much bigger than our small cell in the forest.
Bon. Donc, la crypte, on est allé. Ma maison du prieur. La carrière. Ah, le péage, on est allé. On va essayer de rentrer là.
Why is this locked?
je crois bien que... On va retourner au cloître.
No, we are the temple.
But why a church then? Why cathedral?
Le chapitre, je pense que c'est le gars. C'est-tu Rémi qui est là, justement? Undo, non.
Isn't it almost arrogant to try and build a greater temple?
Don't say that.
C'est où je dois aller? Francis, non.
Why not?
Est-ce que j'ai les jeunes moines le sauraient? Là on se promène, là.
It feeds us.
We are people of God. Yet we need to eat too.
Ah, la maison du prieur. Yes. Enfin.
I asked not to be disturbed.
Brother Remigius,
Rémi.
I'm sorry I interrupted your service.
You mean Prior James's service?
Quite so. I heard he fell through the ice. Horrible.
Yes.
Ah, c'est lui qui l'a tué. Hein.
I was the one who found his rosary by the river. Now let me continue my work.
On va y poser des questions en masse.
Why would Prior James walk out onto the river at night?
He was chased.
Chased? By whom?
The accuser.
But why would the devil be chasing him?
Better to not get involved in all this. Don't you have your own priory cell to run?
Ah, il est spécial.
You really believe the devil killed the prior?
Some of the brothers do, and I respect their beliefs. We may never know what happened, and that's that. Now let me get back to my work.
En tout cas, si on jouerait à Meurtre et Mystère, je t'aurais dénoncé comme le meurtrier, man.
Did a knight come to Kingsbridge within the last few weeks?
Of course. Even the bishop and the earl were here for the Christmas service. I held the sermon.
And the week before?
That week I was not here. Andrew Sacrist and I travelled to Shiring to hire cooks and buy food for our guests.
I see.
Oh! Ouais, je vais le dénoncer, c'est
Brother
sûr.
Marcus stole Cuthbert's keys.
Brother Marcus. I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me. Theft is something we cannot take lightly.
Il va y couper à la main de check, mais ça va être quelque chose de bien dégueulasse, puis je vais m'en vouloir. Hein.
About the keys that were stolen by Brother Marcus.
I will deal with him. You were right to report this to me.
Ok, là. Ok, donc, théoriquement...
We come together here. The pilgrims
Et
don't
là,
meet.
cathédrale, on va aller voir Francis. Je vais lui donner des informations sur le chevalier.
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet. I will see what I can do.
What?
Our Father that art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread,
and forgive us our debts,
Ah, ouais, je sais
as
où
we
aller.
forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Amen. Bon, accès au cloître. On s'en vient ici. On va aller voir Andrew.
Brother Andrew.
What is it now?
Ça fait 2 fois que je viens de voir. My.
Brother Andrew, have you heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
Aside from the ones that visited for Christmas? No. If there had been an official guest, I would know. And no one stayed at our guest house.
Ok.
Yes. We must.
Corps, cimetière. Pour les tombes. Après, je vais aller voir les petits gamins.
Rotten edges. We used to eat them. Now, they're eating us.
Tout? Ok.
We should go to shiring sometime. Heard they have a big-titted harlot there. One that would even do you.
What's that supposed to mean?
My God. Ok, ben je pense qu'ils ont tout dit. Hein. Écurie, c'est encore de la misère. Ben. Hôtellerie. J'ai pas encore été. Mais on parlait de l'hôtellerie. Avec le chevalier. Uh-huh. Stop. Donc. Donc là, je suis allé voir Andrew.
Thank you for your help.
How could I not help you? You're my little brother.
Ah, j'ai pas tout.
We must.
Please. Bon ben, on va retourner encore à la cuisine. À la cuisine.
Brother Cuthbert.
Philip,
Yep,
Let us
encore.
continue another time, Brother Cuthbert.
of course.
Ouais. Sortir un peu d'ici. Le trou dans la glace, ben ouais, il faut aller voir ça.
James, I pray for you that when you stand before God, he will look upon you with mercy. Brother Paul?
Philip.
Il va me dire la vérité, je le sais.
Ouch. Oh.
What's wrong with your foot, Brother Paul?
Oh, just a chilblain. It will ease when the spring comes.
You should have a fire.
It's all right. It's not that cold.
Don't take it lightly. Many will die this winter for lack of food or shelter.
Remigius thinks the Lord is testing us. Only the sinners perish.
No, the poor perish. And
Je vais
those
donner
that he
ma
has freezing out here.
Don't say anything to
petite boule de
Remigius.
chaleur.
If he thinks I've been complaining,
Petite roche de chaleur.
he's displeased.
Donner la pierre chaude.
Here,
Oh.
Paul.
Ouch. Oh. A hot stone. Ah. It's a mercy, Philip. Thank you.
Remigius should give you a fire, or not have you sit here at all.
I don't really mind. Winter is bound to end sometime.
Il est
Philip,
bento
if
positif,
you ever run
le
into
frère
trouble
Paul.
with Remigius, be careful to answer him. Do not stay silent.
Silent?
Nothing makes him angrier than someone who doesn't answer. He becomes weak and defensive. It's not fitting for a sub-prior, let alone prior.
Ok. Ouais, il aurait
Did you say
peut-être
again
conseil.
about Remigius's weakness?
Nothing makes him angrier
Il y
than
a
someone who
une
doesn't
personne qui ne
answer.
répond pas.
It's not fitting for a sub-prior.
Have you
Fair.
heard about a knight in Kingsbridge?
A knight? Yes. He was just lying by the road, just a mile away from the priory. He must have fallen from his horse.
Where is he now?
He died. We buried him in the cemetery.
Did he have a name? Did he say anything?
He could not speak. But the look in his eyes told me he was afraid. I held his hand and prayed with him while he died.
Did the knight have anything with him?
There was a letter. I gave it to Prior James. Remigius will probably burn it with the rest of James's papers. James insisted that all his books and documents shall be burnt after his death, except for his Bible.
I heard about this. I think that would be unwise.
Sometimes I wonder if it was because of that letter. A few days later, Prior James fell through the ice. Right here, Philip. Maybe I brought a curse on Kingsbridge.
How could a letter bring harm?
The word of God brings salvation. But what if the devil took to writing? What then?
Je vais le Francis porter une lettre. Elle doit être dans le bureau du prieur. Et voilà. Et voilà. Et...
What is it? Can you not see that I'm working?
I would like to take a look at Prior James's documents.
And why is that, Brother Philip?
Well, our little cell has given much to the mother house. I would like to ensure that all is accounted for.
So you do not trust us, Philip, is that it?
Mike, ils ont bien sur l'offensive.
The state of this priory is the concern of the prior of Kingsbridge.
I still would like to see the prior's documents.
They will be burned tonight.
I heard about that.
It was Prior James's last wish. I'm following his request.
But the new prior will be lost without the ledgers and contracts.
After the election, I'll be the new prior.
For now, you are not.
Pense.
Only the chapter meeting can decide on these matters.
Of course. Brother Andrew will surely understand why you would go against James's last request.
D'accord, l'ex-restant doit convoquer une réunion du chapitre pour sauver le document du prieur James.
About the chapter meeting.
Oh, talk to Brother Andrew. He will be just as pleased as me to have you around. Now leave.
Oh. Hello. Hey, par chance que la map est pas trop grande, là, parce que y en a du stock à faire pareil pour un petit endroit de même. Là. Donc, porte du cloître. Hein. Ensuite, on s'en va à la salle du chapitre. On s'en va voir mon petit Andrew.
Yes, Philip.
Ah, ouais.
I am looking for a document that was in the possession of Prior James.
How does that relate to my tasks? Talk to Remigius.
We can't allow Prior James's books to be burned.
That, Philip, was Prior James's wish.
This priory is in debt, and without the ledgers and documents, that will never change. Besides, the wisdom in his books is priceless.
It is not up to you to make decisions in this priory, Brother Philip.
Do not domineer over those in your charge, but be an example to the flock.
1 Peter chapter 5. You are right. You shall argue your case in front of the brothers in a chapter meeting.
Yes.
Today.
Thank you, Brother Andrew.
When I'm done here, I will tell all the monks to come to the chapter house.
Would it help if I went and told some of them?
Feel free to do that. But I insist that the choir finishes practicing before we start. They're already behind schedule.
Parfait. Tous les frères doivent être présents à la réunion. Good. Ça avance, ça avance.
Philip, have you found something yet?
Not yet. I will...
Quand même leur parler, hein. Ça marche pas, d'accord. On va chercher Paul, un peu plus loin.
Brother Paul, a word. Have you heard about a knight in...
No. Just a mile.
Did...
Ah ben ouais, il me l'a dit ça tantôt.
I heard about...
Excusez-moi.
For I plan... Have faith in the Lord, Brother Paul. You did well.
Ok, mais c'est un frère pareil. Hein?
Ah.
What did you say again about remedial?
Ah, carrément.
What did you say? I have to leave.
Oh, I guess qu'il viendra pas. On va aller dans la cuisine.
Ah, Philip, it's you.
I'm looking for a document that was given to Prior James.
It's probably in the prior's room then.
Parfait.
I will leave you to your...
You look like you want...
What is it?
Prior James had a document I would like to see.
It's probably amongst the things that Remigius...
Oh no!
Je comprends pas trop, là. Pas capable de les amener pour la...
He's in the prior's
meeting.
room. Maybe you can talk him out of it.
J'essaie
It was
de
good
faire,
talking to you, Milius.
Good talk.
D'accord.
The choir has finished singing. The cantor should... Are you... If you have any... The meeting could take a long time.
Let's go!
The chapter meeting is more important. And this is why Prior James's wish must not be honoured. Kingsbridge Priory would be beyond saving without financial records.
I think we have all understood the reason for your concern, Brother Philip. But before we come to a decision, let us hear other voices of concern.
I would like to know why you would doubt the wisdom in Prior James's decision.
Maybe you didn't know him as well as we did, Philip. I can say I knew him well. We all here knew him. So did you know him?
I knew him well, and I know he would agree with me.
Philip, you are going too far. I will tell the bishop about this.
Brothers, please.
Brother,
Let's hear what he has to say.
Let Philip speak.
Oh heavens.
Hear him out, brothers. I was stubborn as well, but he made me see it.
Well, that's not an easy thing to do.
Milius.
I owe James much. He was the one who asked me to take care of St. John in the Forest.
One of the most prosperous cells in all of Shiring, if not England.
It was a wise decision then. But his last wish was not. Well, was it? What are you waiting for? Answer me.
Is walking on thin ice wise?
Who does he think he is? May the Lord forgive him. He knows not what he is saying.
No. Philip was very hesitant to talk about the state of this priory with me. Usually, he is as careful in his words as he is in his actions.
Yes, Philip asked us a question. Was it wise to walk out onto the ice?
God was testing Prior James.
I say the devil chased him. Do you doubt that? Do you doubt that, Philip? Surely you must have an answer. I know because Prior James confided in me.
If the Lord tested James, then he is testing all of us. I trust the Lord, so did James, and so should all of you. He was misguided when he walked onto the ice that night, as he was misguided in his last wish. Whatever or whoever misguided him.
Maybe it wasn't the devil. We've never seen him.
The novices would be better advised not to speak up.
Philip is a good man. He was the only one to say I should have a fire.
But did he do anything besides talk?
Yes, he brought me a hot stone.
That's our Philip.
Very well.
Ça, c'est Philip.
But why don't you tell us the real reason you have come before us? You not only came to save these books, you have another motivation, do you not?
I am here only to help this priory.
This priory, of
Faut pas que je le
course.
dise.
I say it is not a coincidence that he should make his voice heard now, shortly after James's passing and before the elections.
What are you saying, Brother Remigius?
This is not about James, it is about him. He wants to be prior.
No, I came here to talk to James.
I think that is a wonderful idea. I nominate Philip of Gwynedd to be the new prior of Kingsbridge.
I can't disagree with that.
Well, yes, obviously.
Oh no.
Choice. What a Remigius.
That's surprising.
Great idea. Philip.
Brother Philip, do you accept the nomination?
Ah, why not?
Thank you for your kind offer, but we would not want to impose on you, Brother Remigius.
Oh, but I insist. I will help you.
No, you really must not. We will see you later. Thank you. We don't have much time. Evening Mass will begin soon.
Should I not have accepted the nomination?
You've never been good at saying no. And Milius is right. Kingsbridge needs you.
What about St. John's?
I will ride there tomorrow. I will let them know you will be staying in Kingsbridge for a few days. Thanks to you, these documents and books will not be burned. Now, we have to find that letter.
You truly think the letter can help prevent a war?
If the message says what I think it says, then yes, I do.
Parfait.
Now, let us look for the letter.
James was involved in politics once, like you, before he became prior.
Just like me. You see, there is a way then. A way to connect politics and faith.
I wonder. The writing here is strangely distorted and illegible. But it must be James's writing.
Age can be a troublesome burden.
Francis,
lettre.
I think I found it.
In the Bible?
Revelations, the Apocalypse of St. John. And they called to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him who is seated on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of their wrath has come, and who can stand? The Lamb? What was James afraid of? Was it this letter?
No, the letter is still sealed. Break the seal.
Break the seal. Examinez, pourquoi pas. Donnez-moi une date et nous nous tiendrons prêts à faire couler le sang au nom de l'impératrice. C'est-tu ton nom? Mo. L'impératrice Mo. Moi et mes alliés chevaucherons contre Stéphane de Blois. Nous déclarerons pas la guerre, mais nous la déchaînerons. Stéphane en est responsable depuis le jour où il a trahi la fille du roi Henri. Il l'a trahi le jour où il s'est emparé du trône qui lui revenait, de même que ceux qui lui ont juré allégeance. Bartholomé, comte de Chiring.
Oh, this is it. You found it.
The Earl of Shiring is about to start a war.
Yes. He's made contact with my own master, Earl Robert of Gloucester.
Who is this King Stephen that has taken the throne?
A nephew of King Henry. Do you ever think of the day our parents died?
Francis, you know I don't like to talk of that.
I know. It's just that I think of them all the time. And I've always blamed King Henry. The church suffered under his rule as much as we did in Wales. Philip, you have to show this letter to the Bishop of Kingsbridge.
The Bishop of Kingsbridge? Why?
Our late King Henry was opposed to Rome's influence in England. King Stephen, on the other hand, swore to preserve the rights and privileges of the church, and we can help him if you tell the bishop to protect Stephen.
Okay.
You want the bishop to help the new king, King Stephen?
I want a king who supports the church. I want these dark times to end. I want to stop the Earl of Shiring from starting a war. He could set the whole of England on fire. My lord the Earl of Gloucester can never know what I was doing here. You must not tell the truth about how or where you got this letter. Don't tell anyone I was involved.
Ah là, allons-y, allons-y, faisons confiance à notre frère.
And if he does not believe me, what then?
He will believe you. The question is, will he really try to stop the Earl of Shiring? I will ride to St. John's and tell your monks you will stay in Kingsbridge until the election.
What if the Earl of Shiring finds out what I'm doing? What if the bishop tells him?
Philip, calm down. He is your bishop.
I'm a simple monk. Who am I to talk to a bishop?
Ooh! My God! Bon, ce que vous avez fait, vous avez aidé Francis à découvrir une conspiration contre le roi. Vous avez été nominé pour devenir le prieur de Kingsbridge. Vous avez accepté de rencontrer l'évêque. Vous avez dénoncé frère Marcus pour un vol. Vous avez donné une pierre chaude à frère Paul pour soulager sa douleur. Et Rémigius vous méprise toujours. Ouais, c'est correct, Rémi, pour de vrai, c'est une marde, là, je pense. Regardez, ça fait 1h15 on a fait une vidéo de 1h15. Pour vrai, c'est quand même bon. C'est quand même bon pour un chapitre. Donc, si on regarde ça, qu'on prend, mettons, 1 heure pour chaque chapitre, il y en a 7, I guess. Donc, il y a un bon gros 7 heures de vidéo. J'espère que pour ceux qui aiment la littérature, des affaires de même, qui aiment un peu le style du jeu. Donc, moi, je vais continuer et on va s'amuser. On va lire le livre avec le jeu. Puis on va se prêter à l'aventure, on va se prêter au jeu. Donc voilà, donc merci pour ceux qui ont écouté la vidéo. Et merci à ceux qui regardent toutes les vidéos de Les Vengeurs Geeks. Puis vais me répéter encore, mais merci encore à ceux qui nous aident et qui nous partagent, tout simplement. Et prenez soin de vous et passez une belle soirée.